It's been a long time since I was off the charts. Well, I can't help myself proud because I was off town. I don't know if it makes sense, but recently I was out of station. That is why no new analysis, no new trades, even if setups were forming, even if I was able to see clearly on my levels, but still, no problem. Since I was off my setup, I won't trade. Simple logic, basic rule. By the way, it's a video on recording. Nice. So, if you come to today's market, if you're coming down to it, we just have to do a quick multi-time frame analysis because market has been moving this way 30. Okay, is rather clean. So market has been moving, pretty wild these days, running on like maybe 6, 7 weeks high. You can see here. So coming from a daily point of view, we can see how the fuck is this like. Just leave it for now. We can see market is clearly bearish, but now it's trying to get some momentum. All right. But anyways, let's do our original structural marking from maybe this point. Okay, we'll take this as a new reference point. Done. RP reference point in cable. So valid 2 candle retracement. This one is valid. So level of 1. Then confirm below 1. Done. This is the confirmed high, right? High 2. And you can see kind of gave a fake out, not a fake out, but it kind of gave a closing right here again. So this is a level of 3, right? Why is this level of 3? Because we can see here this is a valid 2 candle retracement once again forming, but this is pending, right? There is no closing. It just touched this level. You can see it just touched it, but it didn't give a good closing below this level. So this is the pending level. I'll just draw it like this, right to the right. Yes, right, correct. So 1, 2, 3 in the market latest is totally bearish. See, cool. And if market will, close bullish above this high, we can see a good, our bias will be as good as bullish. So until then, we're still sitting on bearish. But as you can see here, this is the supply right here. Okay, good enough supply. But then again, this is a major, downtrend. So we can definitely mark this level. Okay, this one, as kind of like a major supply. Okay, what's the rule? The rule was while marking supply and demand. I'll just recall it myself. So while marking supply and demand, on marking supply, we marked from the high of the green candle, the previous green candle from the impulse, mark the high till the body is opening, right? Till the candle is opening, and vice versa on the selling, on the demand zone. We marked a low. This is not a demand zone, but I'm just giving an example. We marked the low and the opening. So this is supply, and you can see a market barely touched our supply, and giving some kind of reactions. Also, there are many internal structures forming. You can see that this is clearly a downtrend. I mean, even if we don't see this big 1, 2, 3 in the market, even if we consider the little 1, 2, 3 in the market, it is still bearish. Okay, I'll just mark it for a second. Just put it here as supply, right? Yes. So from this point onwards, retracement valid. Oh, there is no template. So confirm low one. This is the confirmed high to valid. Confirm low one. Then this will be the confirmed high. Shit. Confirm high two. And then valid. Confirm low one. And then this will be the confirmed high two. Correct. Confirm high two. And I'll just put it on center. So this is also valid, okay? Because we were looking at the market from a very starting point. Like if we take the reference point on this line, but if we consider the recent trend of the daily market, of the daily time frame, we just put the reference point on this level, or maybe even on this level, or not this level, this level, then it will be clearly different structure. Not different, but it is still bearish, but it'll take much more time for the market to move, in this direction. 50 to, I mean, 5,200, like 5,200 pips, almost 5,300. So even if on our internal structure, it is still bearish. So we can mark a change of character here. See, this is not a change. I mean, there is no change of character as of now. It's just tapped in, gave a closing, and then just hit our supply, and then came bearish. So it doesn't matter. We'll just see what price unfolds. But then daily is clearly bearish. I'll write it down here somewhere. So one day is bearish. Still, this is bearish. Let's anchor it down. Size up. And then what is the 4 hour? And then perhaps the 1 hour. Right. We'll come to it. So on 4 hour. Now before that, I'll just delete all these. All these internals. Only mark this level. I'll just put it as pending since reflected, right? Cool. So, wait, mosquitoes all summer, but very. Anyway, so 4 hour, it was bearish, but let's see. Let's do our structural marking. For now, I'll just delete this supply. So if we consider this as a starting point, okay? So valid, right? Confirm low one, valid confirmed high, valid, then valid confirmed low, right? And the same goes with this high. This is the same high. So valid, confirm low, confirmed high, right? Oh, wait a second. I can do this one like this. Valid here, you can see here. So this is also valid right here, right? Valid confirmed low. Okay. Valid confirmed high. Right. It kind of gave a break above this level, but then again, it was a fake out. So it's cool. It's cool. Okay. This is also valid. Confirmed low. And this will be the confirmed high. Okay, which is the pending change of character. Right. 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 And then is there any level? This one. So recent low is this low, which is pending. Totally. We all agree with this structural marking, right? I mean, who are we? I agree with the structural marking. So the last 150 in the market is clearly bearish, which is obviously the daily, the daily levels. Okay, this is the main CH2 for change of factor. You can see it kind of gave a breakout on 4 hour. It gave two candle closing. So on the 4 hour, it gave a change of character, right? One candle closing, second candle closing, but it didn't give a follow through like a big follow through. So because the daily is still bearish, so I'll just mark on the 4 hour there. It is bearish, but gave bullish change of factor. So let's see what's going on the 1 hour chart. Oh my god, 1 hour is clearly no doubt on it. It was bearish, but it is bullish now. Okay, we'll just do our structural marking from this point onwards. Okay, from this point onwards, because this is still a downtrend. So let's see here how price plays out. All right, let's see some this tool here. So reference point, confirm low, confirm low one, then this will be a confirmed high, right? Again, confirm low, and then confirmed high, okay? Then again, confirm low one, right here. The confirmed high at this point, right? What is this? Okay, I'll just delete this one. This is 4 hour last confirm low one. So then again, right here, okay, this is still a valid confirm low. As you can see here, two consecutive green candles. So, see, this is change of character, right? It gave a bullish change of character, so bullish change of character. So three levels comes up. And before this bullish change of character, we can see this is pending. So this is the last 1 3 in the market. So it gave a bullish change of character right here. See, one candle closing, consecutively two candle closing above this level, and even it gave a good follow through. So zones will play out like this. Shit. Hey, what's this? Extend to the right. This is the A plus, and then this. Wait a second. This is kinda a good retracement, but if we see valid, this is the two kind of retracement value. So this is the two chart. So our last resistance in the market turning to support. When RBS resistance becoming support. This is the A plus, the middle one, and the last one is the double bottom. and it gave a bullish effect right here. So see, it kind of gave a good reaction right from this level. Okay, 3,000 pips. I mean, which day? On July Wednesday. So it gave a good here, and then let's see QML level. It gave, but it also went downside 200 pips. So like 50-50 right here. See, even if we took a trade on maybe somewhere on this level, this is also a value 3,000 pips. I mean 300 pips, okay. But we have to look for proper entry right here. Let's see this level if it really played out because this is our A plus, right? I want to extend this one. I'll just put here. Now on that, if price allows me, okay, 8. It was Wednesday, right? When was it? When was it? Okay, shit. Let's go to 5 minutes. Okay, shit. Only for a few candles. So let's say on 15 minutes. Okay. As you can see here, it kind of trapped multiple times. Multiple times. Where are the 15 minutes? Like for like with our basic entry model, the engulfing window. A trade got placed right here with as well. Oh shit. 100 pips stop loss. Almost. But it gave 300 pips. So maybe, but oh shit. I really need to take the subscription of TradingView. Pretty soon I'll take it because it's kind of irritating. But anyways, what we are doing, we're trying to do is not find the old setups or old trades because we know the strategy works. Okay, not we. I know the strategy works. So let me delete this. See, even if this double bottom played out very, very, very fucking well. Like, I mean, if you say that the last one trend in the market should have been this one, it also makes sense. But then again, it also makes sense to put this as the last one to three in the market. Why, as you ask? Because this is the last retracement, valid retracement, okay, and not this one. See, this is the pending level, okay. This is the pending level. This I don't know how many people will get this. Many people will mark this low because this is the last low in the market. This and they will like mark this as the level of 3, but clearly this is it is not. But this one because this is the last tentative low because market never gave a closing below this level until now. But I mean until this change of track really happened. So market gave fuck ton of money from this level. I mean, this level was not so big after all. Only 150 pips. It gave holy fuck 20,000 pips. I mean, but still, let's focus. Let's focus. Strategy will come and go. Markets, prices, setups are like trains. One comes, the other goes, the next comes. So it'll come, baby. Okay, so it gave a police change effect right here. Now it's bullish. Okay. That is tap. Double bottom. Sorry, I'm sleepy because these days were a really tough one. I was focused, not focused, but I was running around. I was helping my friend Gitartha for his admission. I've seen his lowest of the lowest point, so I've been with him at his lowest. So why not be with him at his success. I really hope he gets through this time though. So if you mark structural marking from this point onwards, this is a valid retracement. So level of one, it kind of gave, I don't know, a closing here. We'll consider this one, okay? Or even this one. This one. This is a confirmed low one. Oh, sorry, confirmed high one. My bad. Confirmed high one. This one is confirmed low. Right. No retracement. I mean, this one was valid though. Confirmed high one. Confirmed low two. Next one. Confirmed high one. Put it on at the center. Okay, let's put a template. See H4. And sleep timer. Fuck sleep. I'm doing my work. No problem. I really can't say fuck sleep now because my sleep is really fucked. Confirm low two. Right? Right. Oh, this setup, I remember. It's way early, dude. But still, no problem. We stick to our plan. Uh, oh, wait a second. This is valid. Confirmed high one. Done. Change of character. If this is a tentative high. Retracement valid. Tentative high. So, change of character. Three levels comes to play. A plus. This one, as we are not double top. As you can see, at least gave kind of reaction here, but this is not really for now. Kind of gave a good momentum. See, 1100 clips, but this we already know our setup works. Ha, not a good reaction. So now it's bearish, and it's basically bearish, but you know, the sideways zone. We got trapped in the sideways zone. But still, let us mark. Let us mark. This is one confirmed low one. Confirmed low one. And then this is the confirmed high two. Right. Then again, okay, a change of character right here. Okay. See, back to back change of character. I mean, now it's bullish. Valid. Confirmed high. Confirmed low. Back to back change of character. See, this is the, I mean, when market is on a ranging, when there's a ranging market, there'll be back to back change of character, like level of one, level of two, got like broken or beaten. A lot of more setups kind of fails here. So let's do one thing. We'll just delete these and really focus on the recent, okay, from 3 August. perhaps. So I'll take this as my reference point. I'll just mark it down as well, RP. Then if I do my structural marking, so valid, valid, right? Then again, valid, totally. Then again, valid, right? See here, valid though, right? Easy, easy moving. Font high, so keep it confirm. Low to, right? Oh shit. I need to buy a microphone as well. So valid. This is the recent high. 6-1. 6 low. CL2. So again, wait a second. This is not valid, okay? Even I don't consider this as really a red candle. But since this is valid, or this is valid, or maybe it was something this one is the high. 6-1. CL2. And then this is the tentative high. Right. So basically, say this would have been a TGL1. Okay, it kind of gave a good reaction for TGL1. Even though it kind of trapped here, and I was looking for some buys here, okay? And this will be a TGL2, right? Originally it should have been this one, but if I look a little bit more closer, okay, I'll trade this one. I'll take this one as a really a good combination. But still, we'll go by fundamental setup, these two levels, but this is not a concern here. The last one in the market is clearly bullish. So, and 1 hour looks clearly bullish. This is a monthly time frame analysis for the entire week, perhaps. And what does this say? When 1 hour and 4 hour is opposite to daily time frame, then always follow daily with 1 hour change of character confirmation, and then trade on 1 minute change of character levels. See, 4 hour it gave the bullish change of character, right? I'll just show you. Wait a second. Let me first delete all my 1 hour levels. These are my 1 hour levels. It's clearly bullish, man. Okay. Done, done, done. Now let's see 4 hour. So this is the confirmed low, right? This is the confirmed high 2, 1, 2, and this will be our retracement level of 3, correct? Price kind of tapped into a level of 3 and then gave a big. Say this. Oh, wait a second. This is not a level of 3. I mean, it didn't give a change factor, so that was on 1 hour time frame. So for that, see, last 1, 2, 3 in the market. This will be the 3. this low because there is no, I mean, this is a valid retracement though. So technically this might have been a, a level 3. This will be, let's see, no, no, like very minutely maybe. Yes. So taking this as a consideration, and even it gave a retracement right here. So the lowest point is this one, arguably, unarguably. So 1, 2, 3. I don't care if this one or this one. We'll just take this one as a fact. So now, pending change of character, it was daily levels. On 4 hour, you can see the candle. Gave a closing above this level, and then it gave follow through. Then it gave like it showed kind of a fake out candle. See? Then again it kind of pushing. So based on the 4 hour, it looks pretty bullish to me. And these are some levels comes to play. Wait a second. So the sun is not so big, right? But if we take confirmations, so from the lowest point itself, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, baby. Oh shit, this is. I've already marked this level, perhaps. Oh no, I'll come about. I'll come to this level, okay, pretty soon. But you can see here with a little bit of confirmation, this levels comes out to play, and then the level 3 didn't hold pretty much, but level 4 really did. I mean, it did good. Still, it failed because price tapped into a daily supply, like I told you already. Okay, so this is a supply and the price barely tapped in. I'll just show you. Let's draw the supply, and then do one thing to extend it to the right. Now, as you can see, this is not a supply. This one is. As you can see, price like barely tapped in. I mean, see, it barely tapped into our level. But this is not readable like it. If it really pushed through somewhere around this point, then we can at least think about some good sells here. But even though it did play out very well, this was also at EJ level dailies. Okay, how? I'll come to it. See, I'll just take the path of this one. So if I take this as a reference point, valid 1, close here. So highest point 2, valid 1, highest point 2, valid C, valid 1, highest point 2, and 3. I'm sorry. Not this one. Right. These are this is 170 JL and this is the A plus, which I was talking about, right? This is also a previous teacher level 1, but this already got invalidated because this was the last one, 1, 2, 3. Just failed. So it kind of gave a good momentum. See, but this is not treatable. Okay, so on the A plus, you can see on 15, you can tapped in, but what the heck is this? Even if you take some kind of confirmations, let me see, all right? This is the A plus TJ level. So if you take the confirmation of 5 waves on a 15, I'm just considering the 15-minute, let's say 5-minute, because this is daily level, and we need to take like a really good confirmation to for this one. Let's say if 5-minute kind of forms. So highest point, valid retracement, so level 1, closed here, highest point 2, valid retracement, see, so lowest point this one, but it didn't give a closing right here. It gave here, so 4, and then valid 5. Now 2 levels comes out. So what are those levels? Level of 3. This one I'll just mark it as some kind of blackish. And then the level of 4, which is our A plus, right? So on the third level, price tapped in and kind of gave 100 pips. Let's see if you can take some kind of confirmations on the level of 3. Oh, no, 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 no. This one is not tradable because my mistake. Level of 5 formed right here. So this is what we should look for, right? So it gave 100 pips easy, but this is almost too big. So let's see if we can take some kind of 1-minute candle confirmations. Oh, damn. Engulfing candle, which is a criteria. But too big of a stop loss, so we'll enter with less quantities, maybe. Not maybe, but we have to. And I would have targeted this low, but it really didn't. So this, I would consider this as break even. But still, it kind of gave how much? 900 pips. I mean, 90 pips. Very good trade, by the way. So this is how we trade with confirmations. Okay. Engulfing candle, it engulfs 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 candles at once. So even if you trade right here, or even if you wait for a follow through, see, only now I can see this small rejection. Okay, but if price were like this one, okay, it is forming, and then forming this big candle, and then it would have formed this kind of hammer thing. But I wouldn't know this would have turned into a hammer or like kind of a pin bar. Okay, this was clearly bearish. You can say this was clearly bearish, but maybe on the last few seconds it flipped. So we can't wait for this big of a confirmation because this was already a big one. Maybe I will put it order right here. Maybe it may be even like 30 pips stop loss, which I normally do. Earlier it was 20 pips or 25 pips at max, but right now market is so volatile that 30 pips is like must. So see, I got lucky that price didn't tap into my stop loss of 30 pips, but still this would have been the valid stop loss. No problem. 30 pips is what it is. So we gave 100 pips. Easy one is a tree trade on the double, triple confirmation maybe. So no problem. Did price that no A plus level. So I'll delete this level. So now did price tap into our A plus level? Yeah, it did right here. So this is clearly a good engulfing candle. So I would have observed right here on the 5 minute. But you know what? As soon as price tapped into this level, I would have shifted to 1 minute. Okay. So tapped in, no confirmation. Okay. Still no confirmation. Nah, no good candles. No good candles. See, this was good. This is very good, but still, it didn't engulf any of the previous candles. This gave a follow through, and this is already way too big of an entry. So we'll just wait. Okay. See, this is a good candle. I'll definitely put an order right here with a stop loss for like this candle side, but it cannot took break even. See, more than it gave more than 1:1, but it took break even. Okay, so even though this setup failed, but it took break even, no problem. But then again, price stepped in. It gave a good candle, it gave a good follow through, but I don't think this is tradable because it gave multiple tap-ins. So I'll still wait for a good entry. Maybe I would have traded on this one, but this candle is way big. 54 pips. Maybe I would have taken a loss here, okay, with 30 pips, 30 pips loss. Yeah, I would have taken surely a loss on this candle because if I would have traded it, okay. So one loss until now. Then again, it went up, and here it again was forming kind of a bearish pattern. So this is also a good engulfing candle with a shooting star. So one more force entry, but didn't give 1:1. So this is a failed one. Okay, maybe I would have taken stop loss either on this trade or this trade. So and then the final high, it gave shooting star, gave a good follow through. It would have been my second entry, maybe. If I wouldn't have taken two losses earlier, this would have been my entry, and this would have played out very, very, very well, right? Or maybe if I would shift to 5 minutes as well for a confirmation thing, I would have taken a trade right here, or I would have waited for, you know, but this is not a good investment candle. Maybe there was a trade here on 1 minute though, which gave us break even, maybe. And then final, maybe. Let's see, let's put a stop loss. I mean, the R right here. Okay, on this high. Okay. We will just take a trade maybe on this high based off the 5 minute closing. Okay. So, there is stop loss of definitely maybe around this 30 pip stop loss. Okay. And then it just gave very good fall. For a 15 minute chart, maybe on 5 minutes because I've taken confirmation on 5 minutes. So I'll take my first TP on 1,000 pips. Easy. First, I would have set my break even. Break even, done. And then I'll reduce some of my quantities on the 1,000 pips. Sorry, 100 pips. Market is too volatile, very much. And then I'll just let it run. And holy shit, it gave 400 pips. But you know what? My TP would have been maybe somewhere on here, or perhaps maybe on this consolidation. So, but I didn't take this trade, and I was off my setup, out of station, so I missed this trade. Anyways, where was I? Okay, on the daily supply level. Sorry, TJL2 level or A plus level. So for now, I'll delete this one. Okay, on the 4 hour, it gave bullish break of structure. It kind of gave a good follow through on the the RBS level, but it failed. So even if we would have taken a confirmation like I told you, we will secure this trade on the A plus, right? So coming back, strategy really works, but you really need to be present on the markets on like because market already always forms new structure, new levels, new confirmed high, confirmed low, new DJ levels, new change of character. So you always have to be present on your trading time, or even if it's off your trading time, you still have to mark some pending levels or set some alerts because we never know when market shifts and gives a quick like change of character out of nowhere. These markets are way too volatile right now. What the fuck? Look at this momentum, man. Look at this momentum. I've never seen something like this. I've never seen something like that. But still, no problem. Part of the game. So, coming down to today's levels, okay? I'll delete all my drawings. Wait a second. Yeah, I'll delete all my drawings for today. So, today's levels is market is clearly bullish today. All right. 11th. Let's say, yes, from here. So, from past 2 days, 2 or 3 days, market is clearly fucking bullish. So our scalping strategy on 15 minute will look for buy setups, right? So there is no good retracement. Even if we take this as the starting point or the reference point, there is no retracement, but we can see a very minute retracement right here. See, this is a valid retracement though. So we'll mark this one as well. Confirmed high one, obviously, and this as well. The confirmed low two, right? But then again, you can see here it gave a change of character. But before giving a change of character, the teacher level got played out very well. So still, I'll mark this as a change of character. But even if I didn't mark this as a change of character, and I would have been trading the Asian session. See, this is 4:30 or 5:15 in the morning. I'm just taking my scenario, okay? This is way beyond my trading time. But still, let's see for strategy's sake. So this would have been my teacher one. And this probably would have been my TJ. Not probably, but this would have been my TJ2. So check out what market did. See, it gave an entry here, but this was not engulfing candle. We would have waited for a good follow through candle, and it gave not this one. And stop loss was a little well over 60, 70 pips. But since this was an A plus level, I would have put my stop loss maybe somewhere around. Even if I would have traded on this candle's closing, or maybe waited for 5 minutes because this zone was a bit high. I know a bit big. Oh shit! 5 minutes really didn't give me any chance to that thing. Holy hell! So it's not a big swing. Only 10, 15, maybe 20 pips, 10 pips. So if I would have traded this one, only if, okay? But still, I don't talk an if. I will take in this trade if I will done this. But just for strategy's sake, I'm telling you it gave 300 pips, 330 pips, more than that. So, but no problem. We don't care. I'll delete this teacher levels. So where were we? 1, 2, 3 in the market, right? This would be the level of 3, of course. 10:35. So it gave a change of character right here on the 15 minute it's what time? 10:45. And then after change of character, this would be our A plus, okay? This will be our RBS, oh sorry, SBR. Market kind of gave a very Billa move. Okay, I'm sleepy. Are my eyes really puffed out with sleep? No. See, I've fixed my sleep schedule, okay? Because I'm working hard daily. And this is the pending level double top, right? So while tapping A plus, you know, it didn't give any sign of clear entries, even if on a 1 minute chart. Because as you can see here, what the fuck is this candle? Even if I would trade this one, like it has very less chance though. I don't take 50 pips stop loss setups. It will still give me 1:1. Then again, it gave big engulfing. Even if I would have taken this trade, because this is legitimate 30 pip stop loss trade, okay? Easily it gave 1:1. And then it kind of failed. But then again, market gave, good shooting star, good follow through, and then a good candle. So maybe if I have traded this one with valid 30 pip stop loss, it will still give me 90 pips. So, kind of like that. See, as like there were how many? One, two, this is not three. Okay, I'll consider this one as well. Four. I'll still consider this one as well. Five, six. It gave six tap ins to level, six entries kind of thing. And on all entries except a few, not a few, maybe even this one gave break of 36 pips. Oh, barely missed it, but still no problem. It gave break even or like 4 out of 5 trades, or like 8 out of 10 trades. It gave it this one. This trade gives break even because this is 15 minutes soon, and on 1 minute, price at least needs to go 1:1, right? And this level, this trade, if I place on this level, but this stop loss is way too big. So valid stop loss would have been maybe like 30 pips. It would still go like a long way, probably more than maybe 5,000 or okay, more than 300 pips. But no problem. Even if I miss this trade, I'll just wait for some kind of other confirmations like 5 waves. So valid retracement 1. It may be closing right here 2. I'm just checking here, okay? So valid base point 3. Okay, we're closing right here 4, and then 5 because this is a valid retracement. So I don't think market gave a possible entry. Okay, A plus is pending. But market gave at least a reaction on level of 3 right here. See, this is a good engulfing angle. 30 pips, almost 1:1, almost. Then again, these are very small candles. What can this one? Doesn't look right. Even if I would have taken a trade on here, like maybe with FOMO or something. So 20 pips stop loss, break even. Good entry. 30 pips stop loss. Okay, so this is a possible re-entry. This one. But after getting how many? One break even kind of thing. Even if I would have traded this one, or maybe no, not this one. Maybe this one, it will give a break even. This one, maybe I would have incurred a small loss. Let's see. Fair enter right here. 20 pip, 20 pip, break even this one, and this one played through. See, maximum trades gave break even. This is the beauty, man. This is the edge of trading with confirmations on higher time frame levels. And this would have been the last winning trade. But you know what? I don't trade I don't take 5 to 6 trades in a single day. So I definitely would have missed this one. Maybe took 1 or 2 break evens right here. So we can't really say. Let's delete this one. But even though my plan for here was still bullish, okay. Why? I'll tell you. Price was clearly bullish on 1 hour. You can clearly see if you zoom out, the price was really bullish. So my point of view, my bias was bullish. I was sitting with my friend Pritam today. So I marked 15-minute TJ levels, right? This was at TJ level 1, TJ level 2, but it failed. This was only TJ level 1. If you really go to it, fine. It was extended to the right. And then it gave a closing right here. TJ level 2, which is still pending, I guess. Yes, it is still pending. So TGL 1, it kind of trapped, but then it pulled off. So my point of view was still bullish, and this would have been my TP level. Okay. So now, what I marked is I was observing the price was going clearly bullish. So I marked 5-minute TJLA plus. Okay. As you can see here, this is a valid retracement. Confirmed high, confirmed low, confirmed high, confirmed low, confirmed high, confirmed low, and then there was no confirmed high. So it's at that time while I was trading. Okay. So there was this confirmed high one, confirmed low. This was the setup, first setup, which really went through, and I didn't enter because I was not getting a good feeling because what the fuck are these? What the fuck are these? There's no confirmation right here. See, first time, no confirmation. Second time, what the fuck are those? These candles. Third time, see, see, I was trading right here with my mentor. Okay, so he was not advising to trade on this level because what kind of candles are these forming? It formed in rings, little rings here. So, but even if that's not a scenario, if I were trading alone, I would have traded right here on this engulfing candle because this candle flipped right. I mean, in the last few seconds it flipped, and then again it gave a very good bullish engulfing. So I'd have traded here, but, maybe 20 pips stop loss. Yeah, exactly 20 pips, maybe 21, and it would have given me break even. Not even break even, but still I'll consider this as break even trade. Then again, this was not a good entry, not even this one, but this one is. See, it engulfed the previous three candles. So, but I was already taken out. I would have been already taken out, so there were no trades. This was clearly on our setup, but it didn't tap into our main selling area. But it still gave 1,000 pips though. And like I always say, gold retraces after it gives 1,000 pips. I've seen it multiple times. My mentor tells me all the times. So I would have exited my 90% of positions at maybe around, let's see, maybe around somewhere around here. So that's the thing. Shit, I am too sleepy right now. But no problem. We need to do all the analysis. Analysis. What the fuck am I saying? Okay, no problem. So this was the level which we didn't uh, took a trade, and then one more. There was one more pending level. Okay, which was like I told you, our A plus for the next one. This one. Okay, we were waiting for this level. 5 minute A plus. I'll delete this one, but it still played out very well. Okay, very well. So this was a 5 minute M5 TJL A plus, right? See, it barely tapped in. It just tapped into a level, and if I would have trading here, if I would have traded here, this would have been my entry right here. It tapped in on the second candle because this is an A plus level. Tap and go can work. So on good confirmation though, this is a good bullish engulfing candle. Engulfed the previous two hammers, and they were already hammers previously. So this is a good bullish signal. Stop loss would have been a little bit high, not 40 pips, but this is preferable. But I was taken, 30 pips max, and it gave clearly 1,000 pips. And like I always say, after 1,000 pips, gold gives collection. This was a good trade. So today there were 2 to 3 good trades and many break evens. And it would have depended upon me which trade I would have taken. So ultimately, I've realized today, and this is one of the most important things, that strategy doesn't matter. Everything works. Okay. The thing which matters the most is when to trade. Sorry, I made a mistake. When not to trade. Maybe when not to take a trade on your low probability levels setups. See, what did I write here? Strategy doesn't matter. Everything works. 100% true. Even if you trade supply demand, support resistance, everything works. So what's the thing? So the thing which matters the most is when not to take a trade on your low probability levels or setups. See, we can still take 5-minute TGL1 levels, but we know that they are not so good, right? So we don't trade TGL 5-minute TGL1s at all. And even sometimes, like on this A plus, where was this one? Like on this A plus, even if price pulled up really good, but it gave an entry right here. But we have to control ourselves, or we have to know that this is not our entry model, not our entry setup. Maybe this is one, but this is not our entry setup, right? So we have to know. See, even though this is an A plus level, we can't trade, tap and go on maybe right around here with a 50 pips stop loss and let it run to the previous selling level. No, we can't do that, right? So we have to know when not to take a trade on our levels. That is basically one of the most important things that I learned today. You should know when not to take or when not to trade your A plus levels also, right? I'm feeling very sleepy today. Please, I want you to excuse me, my future PC. I've been running wild today, going to meet the assistant commissioner to the DC court to get some signatures for Bro because his need counseling is approaching. I mean, maybe it's day after tomorrow, and then again going to his college to take some signs and shit, and then going to one more place to doctor's place to get the medical officer's signature. So it's been wild day, and today's helmet also got stolen. So today's been really wild, but still, it's getting an effect on me. So I need to sleep early, even though it's still 1 in the morning almost. But I can't, I cannot sleep without making today's video. So this would have been a good entry. Not because that the price, that I've seen the price pulled up 1,000 pips that I'm telling you this is a good entry. I still tell a good entry even if it formed right here, okay? This I would have traded here. I would have fucking traded right here. Not here. These are not my criteria. But right here I would have put a buy order, obviously, with maybe around 20 pips stop loss because this is legitimate. So this is legitimate. Maybe not even 20 pips. I'll just consider 25 pips for, you know, we don't, I don't know what didn't happen. I don't know what didn't happen. So it still gave me break even. And then on the proper entry, right here, right here, on the bullish engulfing, it gave 1,000 pips easy, more than 1,000 pips. Not 1,000, but 100 pips. Yeah, I kind of get confused. Not because of this number, oh, sorry, not because of this number, but because earlier I used to take this whole number as the pips calculation. So still, still, few setups played today. Even these cells got played. Even if I would trade it. See, this is not a good entry, okay? I would have definitely waited here. This is way too big of a stop loss, man. I can't trade here. The legitimate entry would have been this one. Exactly. 30 pips, easy. I would put my stop loss right here. but it gave 1:1. See, even if barely, but it still gave 1:1. Okay, on this consolidation. So I took a break even here. So I'm still on, still looking. See, here, I would have waited for a 5 minute to close. I mean, if it closed bullish, so definitely I would have avoided right here. But if it would have closed bearish, then I would have taken a trade maybe somewhere around this point. Yeah, this point only, because it's illogical to take a trade right here with a 46 or 50 pip stop loss. Illogical. So maybe I would have avoided this one. See, I'm talking about real scenarios, okay, what I would have done without being biased, because I don't care about myself. I only care about my growth and my future. So I don't care about like putting forward my good self. Like I would have traded only this one. No, fuck no. I would have traded right here on this candle. Definitely, definitely. Not here, not here. This one, exactly. And then maybe even on this one, because this is legitimate 30 pips. See, it gave almost 90 pips. Exactly 90 pips, not almost. And then it reversed. So I've made some profits here, arguably. Maybe even closed my position right here because this is a valid liquidity level, right? And this is also forming kind of a range here. So I know basic price action, buddy. And earlier this would have been my buying level as well on this candle. But I mean, if this candle was a little, little small hammer or a good doji, then this where this used to be my buying setup. So don't confuse. I don't mix setups. I don't mix strategies, but still some kind of previous experiences, gets played with because this is a bullish market, man. That's why. And then the final entry, it's formed around here, but the stop loss is way too high, so I would have waited, obviously. I wouldn't have taken this trade, okay? Definitely not. Definitely not. I would have waited for some kind of confirmation. So like I told you, I would have waited for, 5 waves to form. So this would have been something like this one. And then it gave an entry on the level of 3, but level of 3 is not that much of a good confirmation. So I have traded right here, probably, based on a 5 minute closing. I would take this stop loss of only 25 pips because this is valid. And I would have taken a little loss here. Okay, maybe, yes, only because of 1 pip. But I would have definitely put this as break even because of the alert. I would have alerted right here, right? So, and while opening up my MT5 or like or even changing or booking, I'd still book here. And I would have still trailed my stop loss to 1:1 exactly. So no point in this one. 1:1 trade, and then price is consolidated. So I would have avoided this one, this zone entirely. And I would have waited for A plus. That is how I'll play these levels. So we'll delete this one. Now talking about the 5 minute diesel A plus. Say it gave a legitimate entry right here, right? Good buying. It tapped in right here and then again went up on the last few seconds. And the next candle is a good engulfing candle. So my perfect entry would have been right here, 1,000 pip, easy, easy, 1,000 pip, not 1,000, but 100 pips. Just manage it, okay, easy. One more thing, earlier, this was a buying level for the 5 waves, okay? I don't know which one was it. Maybe it was 15 minutes. Maybe it was 15 with teacher level, maybe. Let's see, this is a 15-minute teacher level, okay? This big zone. So if I would have traded this zone, first entry would have been right here. Let's check the candle sizing though. Nah, way too big, way too big. I would have waited right here. Then on the second time, see it's tradable, okay? This is tradable. This is not so big. 30 pips easy. See, I'm talking about real possible scenarios. I would have definitely waited for this one, okay? For it because I'm telling on camera, I sometimes shit myself, okay? Because I kind of want the market to give me my exact scenario to put a trade. I want the market to convince me to fucking place an order. So that is how it is. So this gave easy 110 pips easy. But then again, it is kind of making a good structure. So let's see. Okay, from the lowest point. This is the lowest point. Right. So 5 waves. So one closing here. Two. We could close it. Three. Four. The three close right here. So the lowest point is four, and then five somewhere around here. Retracement value. Highest point. This one. So level of three. There comes two levels. Level of 3 and the level of 4, which is our A plus, okay? This will be level of 4. I'll just extend this level to the right. Background is the black one. Same for this one. As you can see, price tapped into a level of 3 earlier and was trying to give some reaction, so I know buyers are coming. Buyers were coming, not buyers. And then on the final, it didn't tap in the exact level, but it tapped in the 5 minute TGL2, 5 minute A plus. And we can use these 5 waves as as one more confluence to validate our structure marking levels. But I've learned this one today that if two A pluses collides together, that zone becomes pretty like A plus plus trade. I mean, I'll observe this from today and I'll just write it down right here, right now, that if two A plus levels, for example, M5 TGL A plus and 5 waves A plus levels collides, or perhaps confluence, not confluence, but collides, let's say, or converge, not converge, collides together. then that might, then that level might have very high possibility to take an entry. Observe, observation. So today's date is, so by the way, today is 12th of August, but I'll consider it as 11 because this is yesterday. I mean, this is, oh, what the fuck? This is Tuesday's analysis. So 11, 8, 6. Fuck, it's already August. So 7 months have passed. Half the year is, it flew. I don't know when because I was so locked in. I don't even know when time passed so quick. Holy fuck, I'm not even kidding, man. Oh shit. Today's live went, I mean, today's video went way too lengthy, way too long. But at least we got a very good observation and a few good setups, a good analysis for today. We did the multi-time frame analysis. So on the last video, I discussed everything, the risk management strategy and everything. So update on today. On Sunday, I purchased my new account and like I told you, this, wait a second, let's see. So that day we discussed all the points. Like this is talking tips and percentage. Not on money perspective, okay? So pips and percent guy. I gotta be the guy who talks only on pips and percentage. Second, we did the entire week trades. I mean the entire weekly analysis for the previous week. The setups and the analysis. We went through the journals, and then we discussed the risk management strategy and the sizing, the lot sizing. I discussed that we'll try to do on 1.5 lots, not 1.5, holy fuck, on 0.15 lots. But you know what? On 0.15 lots, to perform 0.15 lots, I need to create some kind of buffer amount, right? And for that reason, I'll be putting a trades on zero point 0.1 lots as my user lot size for the time being until I create some kind of buffer amount. And tomorrow is today, 12th of August. Wednesday is CPI, so let's see if we can collect a few bucks off the market from news. So this is the basic overall strategy that I'll be following and the basic risk management side. So now today we did the multi-time frame analysis for coming week and the HTF levels, the higher time frame levels. I'll just draw it. Did we draw it? This short though. Yeah, they are already pending. Okay, so these levels are still pending. This played out very well. So this is also a 5, sorry, an M15 A plus, as you can see here. So level of 1, level of 2, level of 3. But this gave a closing right here. So new structure 1, 2, and then above 3. So this is also a pending M15 level. I'll just draw it right here. Oh shit. Oh shit. So what I was telling was that the pending levels, right? So right here, this is level of 1, level of 2, say this candle, and level of 3, right? The 10th rib high. So this is the A plus, this is the TGL1, which played out very well. See, played out very well. But no problem. And then again, and I've drawn this Elliott wave because this was the supply, okay, like we discussed today. Or not supply, the TGL level. So anyways, this was a good trade, but I'll just delete because this I didn't delete this one, so fuck this. Just for demonstration and analysis perspective, I was drawing out these trades. So okay, and then it formed new structure. Okay, this is the level of one confirmed high one, and then this would be the confirmed low, because from this point to this point, this is the lowest point, right? This would have been our buying. So it's will be our M15 A plus, right? Pending, and I'll put an alert right here. This is pending. This is pending. This is the demand for hourly. So there are plenty of levels because on that bull run day, I still remember like it was yesterday on Wednesday, August 5, market was holy fucking hell. Holy cow, what the fuck did it like do like 20,000 points, 2,000 pips, not even 2,000 high. It gave, wait a second. Yeah, it gave eight, almost 20,000, almost 19,000 maybe. Yes, 19,410 points, which means 1,900 pips. Holy hell. And I just waited, waited, and only one of my levels played out while I was sleeping, this TJL1, 15 minute. And it didn't give me like to enter. See, see, see. So, but then again, on the next days, it gave me holy fucking profits. So, pending level really works. So, this is the teacher level pending. And then that's basically it. This is a teacher level one, like I told you, like we already discussed. So, this is basically the analysis. So, we did the multi-time frame analysis. Wait a second. So, we did the multi-time frame analysis for coming week and the HCF levels. So, multi-time frame analysis for the coming week will be, the daily was bearish and the 4 hour just gave a bullish break of structure. Sorry, change of character, not break of structure. They are practically the same thing, but still will go by our strategy. So 4 hour gave a bullish change of character and the 1 hour is totally bullish. So if 4 hour and 1 hour is opposite to the daily, then what do we do? Is we follow the daily, right? We take trades on 1 hour change of character confirmations. So in this case, we'll take 1 hour change of character level for the bearish side, and we'll trade on 1 minute change of character for extra confirmation inside the 1 minute. Inside the 1 hour change of character level, right? So I have to be extra aware because this is the top-down analysis, but still, for scalping purposes, we will still be bullish. This price is fucking bullish. So next, we analyze the total trades, good and bad, profit and loss. I mean the entire journaling part. We've done it. Average win pips. I have to note it down on my next sessions. I have to put on exact pips secured, or like at what price, at how many pips I did set my break even. I have to put everything in there because this strategy I've seen most of the time, like 8 to 9 times out of 10, it gives break even. It gives 1:1. That means for break even, right? So and then last, most important key takeaways from the entire week, which we wrote down right here on the last video, and I've written it down. As you can see here, MTF needs to be done on Monday, but Monday I was outside. I went out of station. I went to Zurich. So I couldn't do it, but today I did it. No pending work. Even if I'm sleepy as fuck, I still need to do what I need to do, right? That's basically it. Anyways, did I miss anything? No. Did I did everything? Fucking yes. Did I talk about today's level? Of course I did. Did I talk about the pending levels? Damn right I did. Did I miss anything? No. So that's enough for today. I'll just come tomorrow, clean. CPI is tomorrow. We just need to. I just need to manage that risk for tomorrow. Maybe I'm planning to go. See, I don't do news trade. Okay, that is pure gambling. Not pure, but we can consider that as gambling, right? Not we. I can tend to consider because I don't like analyze all the data, previous data, the forecast data, and all. Uh, I mean, I'm not updated with the news, so that is kind of gambling for me. But anyways, if setup forms, if price comes to my level, and if market screams to me, PC, take a trade, man. Everything's in, everything's served in front of you. Then then I'll take my entry. So that is how I trade. Anyways, good night for today. Cheers.